Hi, my name is Cristina Rodenbeck. I'm an executive and wellness coach. I'm a wellness therapist, and I'm also a corporate wellness curator for IMI. IMI stands for Integrative Medicine Institute. It's Hong Kong's largest natural and integrative medicine clinic. So as you can see, I have two hats. I have a wellness hat and I have a corporate hat. So my typical day at work is actually no typical day. I could be working with individuals, like at the clinic, seeing individuals, working with them individually in the therapies as a wellness therapist. So I could be prescribing formulas, I can be talking about energy, I can be coaching them. So I could be doing that on an individual basis, or I could be working with corporates. I could be going to meetings and talking to the client to do what we call the needs analysis, to understand what are their needs, how can we integrate wellness and well-being in the workplace to support the employees in the area of health. And I could also be at the clinic. I could be at the clinic sitting down with the experts to create the wellness programs as a wellness curator. So I could be studying the latest research with them, discussing and interviewing the experts to understand what's most relevant in the field or in those specific areas of wellness and well-being that we're going to be supporting the clients. And I could also be, let's say, in my home office studying, because a lot of the work that we do it's constantly being developed, it's constantly being researched. So I need to be up to date with the latest theories, the latest research, and things like that. So I'm always having to update myself and always be understanding what's going on out there that we could incorporate in the work that we do. And I could also be having just a day off and walking my talk, basically. So it's creating some work-life balance. So if there's a day that I really need to rest, it's respecting that and taking time out. I could be just walking with my dog, or just relaxing, or being at home with my daughter and things like that. The best part of my job is people. It's really working with people. It's understanding, what's going on for them. How can we support them? How can we help them realize their potential? Because often during their lives, something happened to them, something impacted them that they don't see how amazing they are. They lost that ability, so it holds them back. And so a lot of that work is really supporting clients access their essence, access their personal values, to really become who they are meant to be, right? So it's really supporting people. Have I always wanted this job? Not really. I love animals, and I wanted to be a vet. So in my young years and teen years, I always wanted to be a vet. But then I ended up doing advertising, become an advertising executive. In the advertising executive world, it was about people, right? It was understanding consumers, it was doing consumer research, understanding human behavior. And I fell in love with that part. So that's why I wanted to continue to doing that, to work with humans and to help them and to support them in what they do and who they are. A key moment in my career was when I was doing a lot of the corporate stuff, very much corporate. I had only one hat. And then I was being coached, and I remember telling my coach the feeling that I was having was that I was at this train station and the wellness train was passing by. And she asked me, so what do you want to do? Do you want to catch that train? And I said, absolutely do. I want to catch that train, because if I don't catch that train, it will pass. And that was back in 2013. So what I did was I've completed the certification of the wellness therapies that I was already starting to do. I had started to do. So I completed all that certification, and I jumped on that train. So I integrated, from that moment onwards, I started integrating wellness in the work that I do. So that's why today I can offer the corporate side, which is my main background, and the wellness therapies, which was what I studied and I developed to be able to integrate. Piece of advice, it comes from a mentor coach. And because as coaches, we often work with mentor coaches to develop and to keep our standards high. And so working with a mentor coach, we often submit what we call a recording session, because they can listen in and they can give us feedback of potential areas for development, what we're doing well, right, and the areas that we could further develop. So I remember in this session with working with the feedback, she mentioned that she felt I was holding back. And I didn't realize it. So for me, I was in the blind spot. And with that awareness, I got out of the blind spot and I realized why I was holding back. So I was at that moment holding back to be able to conform. Especially coming from a corporate world, there was a lot of expectation of how to dress and how to speak and how to behave and things like that. And so I wasn't being my true self. So she freed me. That session absolutely freed me. So from that moment onwards, I realized I could dress like I want to, I could speak like I want to, and I could share the things that I really love and my passion for wellness and well-being. And so then from that moment onwards, I felt I was more authentic. And I realized that being more authentic, I would attract the clients and the people that would value me for who I am. And it made a huge difference in terms of the work that I do and the people that I work with.